Hi guys, so I wanted to do this video. So this is an open review, basically just my thoughts on the new Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 8. But yeah, so at current I have completed the game 4 times. So that is first time on standard, second time on hardcore, third and fourth time on basically easy mode. So firstly, I really enjoyed the game. I think it's really fun. It's definitely got some durability, it's definitely got some thought process, as well as it's got the replayability. Must have, because I've completed it 4 times and I fully intend to complete it 5. So personally, obviously I would go for your standard mode first of all. It's not massively difficult, it has a little bit of challenge but not terribly, and there are obviously the couple of bosses that are going to get on your nerves because you're going to die a couple of times. I then obviously did hardcore mode because I wanted to get the trophy for doing hardcore mode. Obviously there is trophies or achievements depending on what console you've got. Either way. I then did it once I had done it on hardcore mode, on easy mode. So I did it on easy mode to just run through and get some additional trophies, and then I did it to basically on the second attempt to basically do a speed run because there is a trophy for completing the game within 3 hours or under, which I did it in 2 hours and 37 minutes. So awesome. Obviously that kind of thing is, I would wait until you've completed it 3 times so you know exactly where you're going, because you need that repetition so you know exactly where you're going. There are some really dopey trophies. So there is like kick the football from their master bedroom into the study, which is literally just a door away, and you get one called goal. And there is some obviously which are like kill 50 enemies with the magnum, kill 50 enemies with the handgun, kill 50 enemies with the shotgun, etc. But yeah, personally I really enjoyed Resident Evil Village. I am gonna say I am quite biased. I love Resident Evil games and I have been playing them since the PlayStation 1 era. All in all, it is a very well thought out game. The actual guns and character thoughts are very good. So first of all, obviously you are playing as Ethan Winters again, and yes, obviously you do have to take into consideration the trailer, and I would say take it with a pinch of salt, and I won't say anything else because I don't want to spoil the story if you've not completed it or if you're in the middle of completing it. So basically you go through and you have to find your daughter, which is called Rose, the whole way through the game. Obviously you do have I can't think of the right name now. You have the trades guy and he's awesome. He does have some backwards references to Resident Evil 4, so where he says stuff like what you're buying or what you're selling, and then he turns around and laughs to himself and basically says something an old friend used to say, which is going back to the Resident Evil 4 tradesman, which is awesome. I love little snippets like that. There are a lot of assets that have been reused from 7. I don't blame them, they already had them. So that's like boxes and the little lockbox from Resident Evil 7, the little orange one that can be found in the doll's house, lots of different places as well, and that's kind of really cute because it's kind of like a nod and throwback. There are some books as well that have been reused, like titles of books, which we'd kind of all picked up anyway on Resident Evil 7. So I really personally enjoyed the game. I would definitely rate it for anyone that is either a Resident Evil fan or starting out with Resident Evil. You can play either. If you're a big fan of Resident Evil, first of all, take into consideration and note that they have kept even though obviously as I said, the trailer, pinch of salt, they have kept very well to the actual characters themselves. There are new characters and there are original characters, and they have really done them justice. On top of that, obviously they have continued the characters from the previous game, from Resident Evil 7. So again, that is very nice to see. And obviously you do have the traditional weapon systems. You do have a Resident Evil 4 style box to carry everything in. The good thing about the box this time, or your storage containers, is literally that instead of having the containers that you will know and love, they have done it a little bit better personally, because I used to hate when I used to get somewhere and I didn't have enough space, so I hadn't bought something and then I needed it, so I went back to, it was a pain in the bum. So what they have actually done with this one is quite simple. They have split your inventory up into 3 slots. So the first slot is obviously your weapons and your medication and your ammo and stuff like that. Your second slot is your basically crafting abilities, so that is how you craft medication, bullets, etc., like mines and stuff like that. And the third one is your items, such as your inventory items, such as the items you will need. So they are keys, they are talismans and stuff like that. And they have actually done a fourth one, and the fourth one is basically items such as treasure items, so that you have found that you can sell to the Duke, and then you can get the money for that to do upgrades to your weapons. Obviously there is 2 different trophies or achievement systems, so I am currently playing it on PlayStation 5 just for reference, but you can obviously, they do have done it on Xbox One, Xbox One S, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 and PC. So there is a lot of different choices, but personally on the PlayStation 5 that I am playing on, they have done 2 different kinds of achievements and trophies. So what that means is you have your standard trophies or achievements that load onto your console, so on your Xbox or your PlayStation, and then you have the in-game ones that won't necessarily show up on your actual trophy list on the actual console itself, but they are in-game ones that you can do, and you can basically just get points for, and then use the points in the bonuses, which is basically how you unlock unlimited ammo in quite a lot of things, as well as picture artwork and stuff like that, which is really nice. The other thing to mention is, in regards to the game, you can also download Mercenaries. You get that once you've completed the game all the way through once. I don't think it matters what mode you complete it on though. I really love Mercenaries. Now originally when they first brought Mercenaries out into the series in general, I wasn't keen. I'm not really one of those people that plays those types of games, but after playing it years ago quite a lot, really enjoy it. So I went back, I have tried playing it, and you do need to get, I believe, at least an A rank on one of the levels, the first level, to unlock the second level, and vice versa. But there is also a trophy, and I've personally only unlocked 2 levels right now because I've been just completing the game a lot, so I haven't put a lot of time into Mercenaries. But if you complete the game completely, Mercenary style, so you do, I think there's probably about 5 or 6 different snippets, because there normally is. If you complete each one of those with a double S ranking on each, so that will take a lot of practice, that is memory muscle, because you're going to have to remember exactly where they are, because in this what you have to do is you have to hit all the timers, because it gives you more time. The more time you have, the better bonus at the end, the better bonus you get for the time. Obviously there are, I think they're red, but red orbs, if you hit them you get an upgrade to maybe your health, your stamina, or your gunpowder, your choice. There's normally 3 to choose from, but the more of those you get, a better bonus. And there is normally a certain amount of enemies you have to kill, say 23, and if you kill all 23 enemies, and in some of the episodes there is literally just 23 monsters to kill, so you do have to know where they all are or how to trigger them all, so it can be a pain in the bum. But if you get all of them, again, you're going to get a higher ranking, and that's how you get your double S rankings, being super fast, super efficient, and just having really good guns. But still, so if you do that, then you are more likely to get your double S ranking. And if you get a double S ranking through all of them, you get an in-game bonus, which you will have to pay for with points. It's not going to be free, I don't think, but you basically get a lightsaber, and I really want the lightsaber, and I really want to go around playing Resident Evil and complete the whole game on with the lightsaber. I think it's Darth Maul's lightsaber, but either way I really want it so bad. But yeah, I would really recommend it. Personally, I'm not going to be biased and be like 10 out of 10. There's always stuff that they can, obviously, I would say, make better in any game. So in this game personally, for myself, they advertised a lot of in the mansion with the vampire girls, and everyone was like so obsessed. And I'm not gonna lie, you spend 20, depending how quick you are, 20 minutes in that mansion, and then the rest of the game is in the village, in a different mansion. It's like Mario, your princess is in a different mansion, in a swamp, in a warehouse kind of scientific area, and in ruins. So most of that is just a small snippet. So I think a lot of people were disappointed in how quickly you could defeat the three sisters and then the mother, and everyone was kind of a bit disappointed with that. So just bear in mind it's not going to be like that the whole way through. You do have to, there's lots of other areas. The downside as well is apparently like emo's coming back, which I have no problem with. Like, you know, your girl is kind of gothic anyway, like I don't really mind. Obviously I know it's a bit glamorized compared to what it actually was, but considering that, I mean, no one's talking in regards to this about like the doll guy, because he's like an emo's dream. But yeah, I think they didn't necessarily do the trailer justice in the sense of that they needed to show snippets a lot more throughout to put it in, but without spoiling it, so I get why they didn't. Other than that, personally, I don't have much of a problem with the game. I've really enjoyed it, and I've played it so much. But I would definitely say about an 8.5 out of 10, because there's always those things they could, you know, do slightly better. Personally, like, it'd be nice if you could buy a map where all the treasures are, because you could do that in Resident Evil 4, because then there was obviously the trophies as well that you could get for getting every treasure. So that was kind of cute, but that would have been nice. I would have preferred they did do some references, but a few more references. Like there were certain bits that I was like, oh, you're gonna say that, you're gonna say that, and they don't, and I'm like, oh, okay, fine. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to let me if you know if you've played it, because I really kind of want to know what everyone else's opinions are. But yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you shortly. So